Are you? Everything okay?
I had an itchy eye.
You've got a very high pitched voice, haven't you, John?
What a way
Come
to
on.
kick that
We're nearly
off.
there, big man. Come on. All right. He looks so like.
You alright?
Did that not disturb anyone
It
else?
didn't, not on that level, mate.
Oh.
You're on all sorts of levels today. Well, this is part 4.
Welcome to part 4.
We're
We
into
have made
now. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, so 2 truths and a lie.
Okay.
Which is something that we do with everybody now. And I'm terrible at guessing. But
I've gotten quite good.
no, I don't think you have.
No. Have you done all ones that I don't know?
Yeah. Well, so this is the thing. So obviously there are a couple of stories that are quite funny, but you already know them because obviously we know each other quite well. So I've really tried to pick things that I don't think I've told you.
Have you got notes there?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's well prepared.
This is
I
great.
told you he was excited
Yeah,
about
no,
being.
this is
It
excellent.
isn't my first rodeo, my friend.
Good. I'm happy.
Are any of them going to make Joel have a seizure of any kind?
Judging by him and his reactions to minute things that have happened this evening, yes.
I've honestly never seen you like this before. You're just in such a bad way.
Come on.
I mean, yeah, it was. What were you doing?
I just went. No, but it was. Oh, come on! No, it was like middle of conversation.
You had a heart attack.
He just had his own little world, just like caressing the mic with his face. I was happy.
At least
you're happy.
This is after saying that he was desperate for sex and all this sort of stuff.
yeah, you did say it'd been a while.
Oh, it's been a while since I've been with someone. That's fine. Someone warm. Oh my god!
Oh no!
No.
That is funny.
Because the penguin was quite cold.
Yeah, but he opted to kill him.
Oh yeah, true.
That was a pretty good penguin impression.
You've been practicing.
So he
that,
could
haven't
keep the penguin. That's why he opted
Oh,
to get rid
Phil.
of
Can we do while you're doing an impression? Can we do Gollum just like briefly?
Oh no, I hate it when he does that. Almost as much as the baby noise.
What? Because he's better at Gollum than you.
Right? Yeah. Okay. I knew this was going to happen at some point.
So
Actually, to be fair,
have a
an impression off.
A Gollum off.
No.
You are very good at
Family.
impressions.
Is it Family Guy or?
Oh,
I will concede that he is definitely better than me at impressions.
Oh, I'm not happy with that.
No,
do you want
no.
to? Can we? I just want to hear
Game
Gollum.
That's the
recognises
only
game.
thing you're gonna win
Yeah.
in life.
Yeah.
Come on, this is your time to shine. You love doing
life,
impressions.
What do you want?
Here's one I prepared.
What do you want, Gollum?
Please.
This is
Fat hobbits, they ruins it. And up the stairs we go, and in we come to the tunnel. And when they go in, there's more coming out. She's always hungry. She always needs to feed. She has to, or she gets this nasty oxus, and they don't taste very nice, do they, precious? No, not very nice at all.
Are we doing this for 25 minutes?
he has to do the whole rest of this
gotta finish
podcast
it.
in that voice.
She hungers for sweeter meats, hobbit meat, and when she throws away the bones and empty clothes, then we will find it and takes it from me. For us. Yes, precious. I meant for us.
That bit was Donald Duck at the end. that's my Gollum.
Yeah. Thank you so much. For
Thank
doing
you.
that. It does make me happy.
That was spectacular.
I didn't have a girlfriend for a long time when I was
Really?
whatever gave that impression away. Yes.
No
yeah.
props though. That is a serious impression.
It's well practiced. Do you act it out and everything in your bedroom?
When I was younger, I used to just watch the films, and I used to just do the voice.
Just crawling around on all fours. Your family's got friends around.
Telters? What's Telters?
What are you saying, taters?
We've set him off now. You can stop now. Sorry.
I'm so sweet. So sweet.
It is really good.
It is good.
It's really good. Okay.
I like both of you doing the old geezer in. Is it?
Herbert the pervert.
There you go. Come on. I know. Whoa. Let's have yours.
Should we?
Can you have a conversation with each other? Both doing it.
Yeah.
First one to laugh loses.
Well, I'm just gonna start laughing now.
Hi there, Alex. Nice time. Sitting there with a big muscular beard of yours.
It's so lovely to see you this evening. Do you want to go outside and make your poops and your peeps?
Come on, Jesse. It's time for your pees and poops.
That's good for Alex.
Yes. You can't trust him, Chris. He's a
That was the best thing ever. It's absolutely brilliant.
Oh dear.
Right, you're
Right.
Let's get on. Wow. Let's go on to the
Two
stories.
What was it?
Goodness. I think you've been useless all night tonight.
yeah. I've replaced you.
Like, I think all 4 of these episodes are just going to be you just giggling.
Laughing,
It's just like,
Have you said anything? I'm not sure. Go on then.
okay, so
Burning.
Story number 1.
story number 1. Do I have to give? So what I'll do is I'll give top line point, and then you can have a think, and then we'll discuss stories.
Just fucking spit it out.
So,
I wish I could. I wish
Can I
could
just
do
say,
it now.
just right before you start that, I love how Ivan just went through all that. With just went about
Like
his
it's
daily
normal.
business.
Yeah. How he did that, I don't know.
First for his 25-minute column, and then the conversation.
To not even flinch.
Didn't even laugh once either. Just carried on. This is everything he needed
This
to.
is just happens in my kitchen from time to time.
Ledge.
Made his cup of tea and off he went.
I fucking said something now, haven't I? Thank you.
All right, mate.
Onward.
Right. So
Take the fucking helmet.
when I was in primary school, I got in serious trouble because I put peas up my nose and blew them out, and they went into another girl's custard. Right? So that's one.
What the fuck are you doing?
Next one is when I was at uni, I was playing a gig in a band and I fell off stage and
Giggity-goo.
broke my wrist. Oh. And the third one is that when I was 10 years old, I was the lead in an opera.
What was the opera called?
A Mile and the Night Visitors.
Do you want me just out of this?
Do you know one of them?
Because
Yes.
you
I
are
think I know 2 of them.
something that
really?
I didn't know about you and didn't believe. It was you're very heavily music orientated, aren't you?
So it was only until it wasn't until I really, it was my second year of uni. What's wrong now?
I did a hiccup
Oh.
as I drank.
You're a mess tonight, honestly.
Come on.
He hiccuped.
This
It's
is
fine.
this is what I've got next to me. Oh God.
Sorry.
I have been useless tonight. I've been so useless.
I was really musical up until sort of probably around second year of university when I started playing American football, and then
You just
took
lost the
over.
song in your heart.
That sort of took over really.
Yeah.
So did a lot of
Because you
musicals
play
and shows.
the guitar.
You play loads of things, can't you?
Yeah. See.
And he can sing. He can sing.
Yeah.
Do you want to sing for us?
No, we're
Oh.
playing Two Truths and a Lie.
Oh, a little song.
Come back to that.
There's 4 of us. We could do a little barbershop quartet.
If we're doing, there's 4 of us singing different songs right now, so we maybe leave that for another podcast.
That's the only way you can come back on is if you sing.
All right,
Okay.
on the next podcast that I come on.
Yes.
All right, yeah, fine.
All right, deal.
Sorted.
Deal. Okay, so
So you fell off. What gig were you doing
So
when you fell off the stage?
So in first year in our student union, we did a gig that was basically all the bands at the university did them all together, and we had a slot of about, I think it was about 10-15 minutes, so we got to play just a couple of songs.
Not Bye Bye Baby.
No, That would have been good though.
Yeah.
Basically, yeah. So I was playing the guitar, playing away, and I tripped over my wire. Bearing in mind the stage was obviously only, because it's in the student union, the stage was only probably a foot off the floor, 1.5 feet.
And you broke your wrist from that.
So I fell, and as I fell forwards, my one hand was obviously wrapped around my guitar.
Still
As I
ripping.
fell forwards, I put my hand out to try and stop myself from falling, and literally my entire weight of my guitar landed on.
Did you run the guitar?
Yes.
I bet you were upset about that.
I was more upset about that than my wrist, to be fair. So at first, obviously, I didn't realise I'd sort of broken it, and I was like, so
Yeah, no more slapping the bass.
No.
um,
Shredding the guitar.
yeah. So
Okay, and then
And the custard story.
and the custard. So, how old were you with the custard?
I must have been probably 5 or 6.
And it's just kids do the dumbest shit.
Yeah, it was really bad as well. Like the parents came in, I had to apologise to the girl and her pet. They really kicked off about it. Yeah, serious.
What fucking
They
school
really
did you
kicked
go
off
to?
about it.
You were nearly expelled.
Honestly, the parents came in. I had to apologise to them. I had to apologise to her.
You
I
two
wasn't
were like
allowed
two peas in a pod.
I wasn't allowed to, because obviously I found it hilarious. I was like, oh, come on, like, and my mum was like, really? But yeah,
So they pulled your parents as well.
so my mum came in and they had to get the other girl's mum in,
Yeah.
and I had to apologise to her and her parents. I wasn't allowed to sit next to her. Right.
So they put a little restraining order on you.
Well, essentially, yeah. A 6-year-old for blowing peas into her custard.
Through your nose.
The utensil is neither here nor there. Maybe that's the factor.
Yeah,
if
I
I'd
think-
have just thrown them.
Oh, 2 points.
Yeah.
That's a different story. You
Yeah.
went all the points.
Yeah,
Really got it in there.
Both wasn't just one.
So because that's the thing. If you get one, you can get the jettison.
Yeah.
You just went.
I've got quite big nostrils.
But to force air out both nostrils, just go.
Yeah, you saw the bogey that I blew out my nose earlier when we were laughing.
So what are the three?
It did
again?
go into this, and I will be talking to you about it now.
So
Peas in the custard,
yeah,
falling off stage,
Yeah.
and
when I was 10, I was the lead in an opera.
Right. Okay. You were 10 years old.
I was.
What was the title of the opera again?
A Mile and the Night Visitors.
Okay, that was the same as what you said earlier.
I don't know if you've ever broken your wrist. I feel like you'd have told me about it by now.
Oh yeah.
Why would that have been something that came up though?
Because you'd be like, oh shit, boys, like
Because
that was a bad
I'm sure
throw.
we've talked about things before, like broken bones and shit like that.
I don't know, the opera thing, to play a lead in, like, what kind of school lets you do an opera at the age
It
of
wasn't
10?
at school.
The
It was
kind that-
outside of school. So I had
The opera school.
No.
He was really into like drama. And
No,
that
I-
bullshit.
So I had like an agent and stuff.
Yeah.
And I got this. I can't remember who I got it through, but I had
And this
to,
was a gig, was it? Like, it was an actual job?
Yeah. Well, I think I didn't get paid for it, obviously. But
The money
I
went
had
to the
to go
lawsuit for
to-
the peas.
yeah, my mum had to drive me across, so from where we live to a place called Shrewsbury,
Yeah. All right.
like every week. It's like an hour away.
And
And then like practice with the other lady who was in it at her house and stuff. And then did 1 or 2 nights.
Okay.
what did you sing?
opera songs.
Yeah,
Yeah.
What names you?
They all got weird names.
Yeah, I
in
don't think we'd
Well,
know
let him
them.
answer that.
they've all got weird names.
it. Told you. I told you. I told you that.
You are so simple.
Does your lie of a story, is it based on truth but you've bent it, or is it a complete fabricated lie?
It's based on truth, but I've
It's
bent it.
fabricated it. I think he
think
might
it's
have fallen
the
off stage,
gig
but he's
story.
not broken his wrist.
Yeah, I think it's the gig story.
That's our final answer. Joel can say what he wants, but
He's an idiot.
I think he knows a few of the stories.
What do you reckon? No pressure, but you gave
Starts
it Billy
laughing.
Big Nuts saying that you knew what it was.
I didn't say I knew what it was.
What do you reckon?
What do you
then?
think it is?
I would. If I had to pick, I'd pick the last one as the lie.
Which one?
The opera.
The opera.
Oh, okay.
If I
You do have to pick because
I
that's the
do.
point of the game.
Because I remember something about a custard story. What?
You said if you had to pick. I said you do have to pick. That's the point of the game.
And obviously, I know you were. I'm sure I remember you telling me you was in a band at uni. and all that
Yeah,
sort of stuff.
I remember
so
hearing
I can't remember an opera.
Okay.
So I'm going for a
Hold on. If looking down that road, though, has he told you about having an agent and working as a child actor?
No, but it might just not have come up.
Yeah.
But I'm going with the last one. What are you going with?
We're both
I
going with the
think
middle
it's
one.
the gig one, because I think if it's a slight fabricated lie, either that or he wasn't playing the lead, he was playing maybe like ensemble or something in it.
I think the first one's easy enough to be believable.
That's. I'm sure. Were you like major on bass? Have I made that up?
The what?
Weren't you like mainly like a bass player?
No.
Right, come on then. We've given you our
Yeah,
answers.
I'm going to go with
Okay,
two. I'm going to
So,
stick with two. I'm
well,
gonna stick with
how
guns.
did we do?
So you did well.
Hey.
You not so well. So I did play a gig at uni, but I didn't fall off the stage and break my wrist.
I just hit myself in the face with the tassel from my hoodie.
Did you want me to lie?
No.
Oh, okay.
Just tell better stories.
We actually I worked out exactly what it was.
So the P
Wait,
story, like,
Yeah, we said we think it's.
You
the
said you
uni.
fell off the stage.
No. We said
You said you fell
that's
off the stage, but didn't break his wrist.
Oh, it's true. He didn't fall off the stage.
No,
Thank
I
you.
didn't.
Can you remember doing anything like that dumb at school?
Yeah, I think I remember kicking a utility shed with a few others.
A what? Utility?
A utility shed, sorry, like for the school, for like the grounds or whatever.
Because I've obviously told the story where I threw the brick at a school window.
Yeah.
It's just like just the way your brain works and stuff as a child. It's like, this will be funny.
Yeah.
You know, like.
You do all sorts of mad stuff, don't you? You got anything when you were like a little kid and you was like...
Yeah. So I obviously in primary school, you're learning everything's new. I remember having a book, and it was all about the human body, and in it were like two naked people, and I'd take it to school and be like, "Can they naked people?" And then I got the book taken off me by the teacher, and they called my mum and they're like, "Look, you need to take this book off."
How many
because it
times
keeps
was
bringing-
Jean going up to school a year?
She worked there, so that helped. Call her in.
He keeps
Bringing this kid in, and he keeps doing crazy stuff.
This twat's done it again.
Yeah,
It's the same book.
yeah. But yeah, I was obsessed with that book. Probably explains quite a lot of stuff. Yeah, I had that. Can you stop playing footsie and get to the table?
Oh, hey, you rooster clawing him.
Yeah, and then like when I was in high school, like threw a brick and it hit like a little pebble. It hit a girl in the head, like, and I was
From
like,
brick to pebble, real quick.
"This is going to be." Yeah, didn't want to I'm not like caving her head in like he was with the cats earlier. Like,
I threw a Panda Pop bottle at a girl.
Panda Pop
like
fuckers.
this close.
did you
as
fizz it
well,
at
like, yeah, I didn't actually think I was going to hit her, and I hit her square in the face.
this close.
Yeah, it was just.
I ran a girl over while riding my bike around the playground. And
Why were you riding your bike around the playground?
because I was one of the cool kids, so I rode my bike in the playground. But anyway, so this girl's
That's
like,
weird, actually. I would never be allowed to ride your bike
So
in a
this-
playground.
It's a hazard, hence the reason.
yeah. So I knocked her over, and then I just kind of like cycled away to like wherever my mum was, and then I saw her point at some other kid.
Oh,
on
so
the bike
is
who
this
was, like-
before or after?
It's like riding away somewhere else, and I was like, thank God for that.
Is this before or after school?
Yeah, it was like after school. in the playground.
Because the way you made it
Oh
seems
yeah,
like it's like on a
no,
lunch
sorry,
break.
not during school.
You're
and
just like
then,
this terrorist like, during the lunch breaks.
did you ever do that? You know, where you could put like, was it sunflowers? You put them in like dye, and then the dye of the would go through the stem of the flower and like change the color of the petals and stuff. Did you ever do that at school?
No.
No, I've never done that. I did the watercress one where everyone would just
grow
watercress.
Yeah.
So like, if you left, because obviously,
Can't wait to take that home to put in my salad.
because obviously
Get the little
flowers.
scissors to trim it off the top.
Just in case there's too much watercress. Wouldn't want that.
Flowers like suck up. Obviously, they get their nutrients and stuff from the water, don't they? So, like, if you change the color and put dye in the water, then the flower sucks it up, and then eventually it stems through, like,
Into the
whatnot.
flowers.
So we had this whole operation. We were like all like 9-10 years old, where we stole the dye. So obviously it's bright purple, like in this huge pot like, thing, and it was like we did this whole thing where like how we were going to escape with it and stuff, and we went and hid it in the boys' toilets in the school.
Organised crime at school.
Yeah,
Primary
right.
school.
But we,
First, he knocks people over with his
honestly,
bike.
like,
Now he's stealing dye.
one, why would you steal it? What are you going to do with it? Two, like, so when we got into the boys' toilets, there was like this tiny little ledge in the corner that had like a mini boiler type thing on it, and there was a little bit like where you could, when we stuffed it in there, went back 20 minutes later and it had fallen off and just stained the entire wall of the boys' toilet. It's bright purple. So it's kind of like,
That's now vandalism.
What are we going to do about that now?
Couldn't get away with that now. CCTV everywhere.
Like the dumbest stuff where you just kind of like, you'd lock one of your mates in the locker. Put him in a locker and just lock the door.
Yeah.
Like, that's funny. Like, it still is funny, to be fair, but like, it's just, kids are just dumb. Like,
it's funny as well. It's like, especially with boys, like when you look at how like people grow up. You know when like you use the urinal, like when you're like a little kid, just everything down. Yeah. Can you imagine going into like imagine going to Weatherspoons. You go in there, some dude's like, "No, mate,
yeah.
I was never taught how to do that."
To the floor.
Yeah. Oh dear. Yeah, it's mad, isn't it, when you're a youngster? Just everything is just like, it's really mad. But you're so terrified of like what is not really a consequence. And you're just like, shit.
Yeah.
I like how we got through that 2 truths of the lie with nobody questioning me about doing an opera at the age of 10, by the way.
Oh yeah, actually. So
not that I obviously want to
Oliver
talk about
Twist.
it.
yeah, no, that is pretty amazing. You're the lead as well.
I was a mall.
I was
A mall.
Is that infectious?
There was, yeah, don't sit too close.
A mall.
So you sung solos and all sorts.
Yeah. It was mad.
And you didn't really get paid, so
Not that. Well, unless my mum didn't tell me.
That's jokes. She probably
That's
made
how she's got a massive house now.
probably made yeah.
Not talk about my mum's house, thanks. Oh, house. Sorry. She'll kill me for saying that.
Why'd you have to say that? Are you fucking joking me?
It's coming along now, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's getting
Doing
better.
Yeah.
It's because he's practicing it a lot.
Yeah.
And also,
Every
I'm
day.
really conscious now. When I text him, he reads everything that I send
do.
him in my accent.
I do that whenever I see anything in the group chat. I'm like, oh, that's Ed. It brightens my day.
It sounds completely different, like to when I read anybody else's messages, just in the accent. But anyway, have you enjoyed yourself?
I have thoroughly enjoyed myself. It's been an absolute pleasure.
It's been a giggle, isn't it? At least.
Most
some of us.
certainly.
Yeah. It's been a giggle.
That's the most Joel said.
You've had a great time. I'm surprised you haven't burst a vein or anything.
I feel like we need to have you back though, because there's so much that we
But
change.
only
now,
if
have
you
you?
sing, though.
Huh?
Only if
Yeah.
you sing. You got
Right, do you remember this conversation that we had not long ago? And you were like, "You have to sing by my birthday. I have to hear you sing." Remember that?
You can sing opera. That's fine. Because
No, I don't want to sing opera.
Okay. Well,
But I feel like we need to have you back because there's so much more we need to talk about.
Yeah,
You're not in charge. It's up to him.
and you're one of the boys, so
Yeah.
you know the first of the boys to
Big
appear
mama.
on this show.
He does it to me all the time.
Ooch. All right. Well, we will square it off there, and then we need to get into the rice bowl because you've been given the big one over that.
Yeah. So please click all the buttons, like all the stuff, share with all the people, and hit subscribe because that really gets everything we need. If you just press subscribe once, you can help this man here sing. Finally.
We've run out of time anyway. Bucking
Around.
Bum bum bum.